This is an invitation for you to transform your life. Habits either make us or break us. Now, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 powerful habits that will transform your life and you will become the main character of it. Now, what you need to know is that if you are feeling lazy, you are feeling stressed out, and you are not productive, you have to have these 3 powerful habits. Let's jump right into this video and see what interesting things we find. Oh, stay tuned because I am saving the last powerful tip for last. Make sure that you do not miss it. Let's jump right in, baby. I have this story that I want to tell you. It's important to how this video will go. It's a cautionary tale and I need you to pay attention to it. It's very important to the foundation of this video. I have this huge problem here at home. My neighbor's garden has got a lot of water when it's raining. My place here where we stay, it's very wet in a way. So when it's raining, the neighbor's garden would just deposit the water at the back wall of where I am. And when I would wake up with the water all over my room. So I had this task to dig a furrow that will drive the water away from the back wall. So what happened was I decided that, you know what, I have to wake up in the morning because after coming from work, I will definitely be tired, so I would not be able to actually dig the furrow. So I decided that I would wake up at 4 o'clock because normally when I was going to work, I was waking up at 6 a.m. So 6 a.m. and then I travel to work by foot. It is what it is. Life gives you lemons, you know the rest. So I decided that 4 a.m. is my time because it was so convenient in a way. And then I dug like the dirt and whatnot. But what happened was I left the dirt there and kept on making excuses like, I'm going to take it away, I'm going to take it away. Little did I know that it was going to rain. And after it rained, this is what happened. What I saw is that the dirt or the soil was transformed when it rained. It became mud. And then when sun came, it became what it was before. So that was a hard lesson for me to learn. So why am I saying all of this? Habit number 1, you have to wake up early. Waking up early has got its benefits. You need to understand that when you wake up early, there are a lot of benefits because number 1, you are communicating to yourself that whatever it is that you have to work on is so important. Say, for example, you want to wake up in the morning because you first want to read books that will elevate your mind, or maybe you have to work on your personal business, you have to work on something that has to do with you. So when you wake up early, that will enable you to tap into that power to say, I do not want my dirt to turn into mud, because if you let that happen, those are the consequences that you'll have to redig. That's what happened to me. And then I learned it the hard way. So when you wake up in the morning, there are benefits to it. No one is out there. You're the only one that is zeroed into making yourself better. You see the peace, you see the quiet, you rise with the sun. Any and everything is possible. And when you have that mindset, you say, you know what, I'm one step closer to becoming the main character of my life. So here's a tip. For you to wake up early, you need not to hit the snooze button. The snooze button is your enemy, my friend. What you need to do is you have to take your phone and store it away from where you sleep, because you know yourself that you are going to hit the snooze button. If let's say you are living in a 1-room apartment or in a 1-room place and whatnot, you need to just take your phone and place it at the corner there, or maybe even within the cupboard, so that when it rings, you wake up and go take it. That's you now waking up. If you come back to sleep, just know that you are not serious. That will help you a great deal, and trust me, I've used this strategy and it worked for me a great deal. Now when my alarm rings, it doesn't matter, it's 12, it's 4, it's whatever time it is. I once shared here on this channel that I woke up at 3 o'clock. I wanted to demonstrate that it is possible. It's not something that is out of this world. So you need to make sure that you wake up early. Habit number 2 that will transform your life forever is being a lifelong learner. As a man, you have to commit to that. Let me just tell you a brief story. I've got so many stories, and I think I will share more of my stories in the comment section below. Tell me, do you want to hear more stories, or you just want the tips directly? So when I was doing my first year, I had my friends with me and whatnot. So I was talking to them about this medical term. They were doing medicine. So I was talking to them about this medical term, cadaver. And they were like, no, we don't know that. And they just dismissed me in a way. So if you guys are watching, you dismissed me, don't deny it. So what happened was, after like maybe a month or two, they came back talking about cadavers. I was like, I told you about this thing and you dismissed me. So I am saying that to say, when you are a lifelong learner, you get to see things in different perspectives. You get to have information that is priceless. So let's say, for example, you are in this group with your friends, you bring up ancient Egypt, or maybe you bring up a biological fact that no one knows. Some will treat you like he's a know-it-all. We talked about being a wrong know-it-all, but in a way, what I'm trying to say is you have to be a lifelong learner, because men who are lifelong learners, they become high earners. That's what it is. Take Elon Musk, for example. He's been learning all his life, and for you to reach that top, that apex, you need to be a lifelong learner. You get to see different things. You get to see different ways of thinking. Now, the richest place you can ever go to other than the grave has to be the library. It's so very much fortunate that we have information all over us, but the way we use information is we use it sparingly, and we misuse it basically. And what we are so concerned about is the feeble stuff that just perishes. Now think about it this way. When you are a lifelong learner, you get to have a lot of advantages that a lot of people do not have. I took inspiration from Candace Owens. When you hear Candace Owens speaking, you're like, I need to listen to her, because she's an articulate person, she is informative, and anything that she says, you're like, yeah, it makes sense. So for you as a man, you need to draw inspirations from everywhere, and lifelong learning is one of them. A habit that we've all been waiting for, that is habit number last, it is embracing rejection. Now, I know we are so very much terrified of being rejected. For example, a common thing with us men, or at least younger men, is approaching women. You need to put yourself in a place that doesn't allow you to cower. What you need to understand is that when you are facing the thing you fear, fear now dies. Because when you are doing something that bothers you, you are actually one step closer to becoming the main character of your life. So there are many ways of conquering your fears. So you need to just break them down into smaller manageable tasks. As we talked about, habits are just those smaller chunks that you take each and every day for you to become the best version of yourself. So talking about rejection, let's say for example, you are afraid that people will reject you. In what way? In any way that you can think of. In my case, I always thought of myself as shy when I reached varsity. So what I did to get out of my comfort zone, even though it drew a lot of attention to me, that was the thing I wanted to do. I dyed my hair blue. Yes, you've seen me on my thumbnails and whatnot, dyeing my hair blue. What I did there was actually challenge the status quo, because as men where I am from, there are things that you need not to do. But then I said to myself, to hell with whatever everybody is saying, I need to do this just to see, because for quite some time I wanted to do dreadlocks, and I even posted about it, and I got some backlash from some of the friends that I had at the time. They were like, you're so old, imagine how we would look. So I wanted to do that with the dye and whatnot. So what it did, it drew attention to me, and even when I'm walking to a room, I'll be like, yo, who is he with the blue hair and whatnot. So You can think about it this way. Whatever it is that you wanted to do in your life, you have to do it. So, my friend, you have to face fear. You have to take those smaller, manageable steps so that you become the best version of yourself. So, if there's anything that I've missed, please tell me in the comment section below regarding these 3 habits that you need to take. One of them being waking up early. Number 2 is actually being a lifelong learner. And number 3, being able to embrace rejection as a man, because we face rejection everywhere we go. So thank you so very much for being in this video with me, and I hope it made a difference in your life. Remember, man, anything that has to do with you can be changed. So it is high time that we transform our lives for the better with all of these 3 habits that I've shared. If there's anything I missed, as I've already alluded, tell me in the comment section below. Are you excited to test these habits into your life? If you are, tell me that in the comment section as well. With that being said, I appreciate you. Thank you so very much. I will see you next time. Remember, man, click the like button, subscribe button, and make sure that you act like a main character of your life, because that you definitely are. And also, please click this other video of mine. It's so dope. You're going to love it.